Plan. All right, first reaction video today is going to come from Catfishing at its finest. Chicks looks like a whole different person after this makeup transformation. Let's get to it. Okay, this is what I want you guys to understand why I played this video. This video is an example of what's wrong with society. It isn't not the catfishing part. I know you guys are probably saying, yeah, they tricking men and this. Nah. It goes back to hurt people are attracted to hurt people. See, one thing that you have to understand about a woman feels like her power is in her looks. A man, ultimately, most guys, for the most part, feels like his power is in money. All right? So the less of the natural attractions that they think they have, the more they're going to try to prove it. But one thing about it is, as a woman, it hurts to not have men attracted to you. It hurts to not have a man love you. It hurts to not be looked at as pretty, especially when they're comparing themselves. Women constantly wake up and hurt. A lot of guys, you're meeting girls, especially in modern society, that were fat when they were little. They got on a diet, got skinny, and started looking good, but they still have the hurt of the little fat girl who never got attention from people and was treating bad. And it's the same thing when it comes to a lot of guys. A lot of guys are hurt whenever they're feeling like they're not getting attention, or you may be hurt from things that happen with your family growing up, or you may be hurt because you're not reaching financial stability that society tells you to be. You know, if a guy is looking in the average 25-year-old he knows is driving a nice car, but he's 25 and doesn't have a car, that's going to fuck with his confidence. He's going to be hurt by that. So you have a lot of people that hurt because they're not consuming of what society tells that they're supposed to look like or be in order to be happy. So this is why you have a lot of girls that are walking around the world like this. Right? They're going from her to the pretty girl on Instagram. They're doing that. But their ego comes from the fact that they've been hurt whenever they were little, or hurt whenever they were ugly. Whenever they were ugly, they kept saying, you know what? Don't nobody want me now. Guys don't treat me a certain way. They don't do that. They start to feel that hate. Like, man, I fucking hate men. And then they get out and they learn how to do their makeup like this. And when they do their makeup like this is when the guys come running. But you have to realize the guys see it as just pretty. Like, oh my God, she's a pretty girl. I'm attracted to it. I'm going to go towards it. But the guy that normally just falls head over heels for the girl that's piling on makeup, he's already hurting. This is why you have a lot of guys that chase these type of women and they get hurt because they're coming from hurtful background and they're trying to find love into something that they are attracted to, which is why we preach a no fap. So these type of girls that powder makeup on, they attract men who have been hurt from society, which is why we call them simps. Simps get into a relationship with these women, and these women have sole intentions at the beginning to hurt that man. You have to understand that. Why? Because she looks at it as a whole. She looks at it the same way guys may look at it. She says, when I was younger, I was fat, ugly, or when I was ugly, all the guys went for these girls. They start to build a vendetta on men. And when it comes to a man, men do the same thing. You get hurt at an early age, and then you start to build up a vendetta towards women that you say, when I get the money, when I get the cars, when I get this, I'm going to have a whole bunch of women, and women are just going to have to prove themselves to me. Well, a woman just has the power to make up on to seek revenge. It just takes her a while to learn how to do it. That's the thing. Once women master how to do the makeup and master how to look good, they can seek revenge faster because they know guys are going to come in. It takes guys longer to build up value financially than it does for a woman to change her life around through makeup. But both of them are hurt. The hurt is what's motivating them to be a better person so they can turn around and hurt someone for not loving them. The difference is a woman has access to hurt you at any given moment, a man has to build up before he can return the hurt. That's what you're seeing in these situations, in these tutorials. The women don't care about the tutorials because their overall goal, once they make the transition, is to hurt you at the beginning. That's why there's no respect. I can almost guarantee you, most of you guys who have been hurt, or you have a girl you got close to that hurt you, if you go and look at her past, a lot of those girls were ugly, fat, and sloppy and made themselves into something. They were ugly girls that made themselves pretty, and then they just seek revenge on you. Why? Because they know if they were just like the girl at the beginning, you would be talking to her totally different. So I say that to say this. As a man, once you establish yourself financially and you start to build up, one thing that you have to get in tune with is what motivated you to get it. What hurt you that motivated you to go to the gym? What hurt you that motivated you to want to get rich? Because you have to clear all that out in order to get happiness. If not, hurtness will always be attracted to hurtness. You have to understand that. A man who is happy with his life doesn't have time to talk to a girl like this who's piling makeup on, because we know she's covering up hurt. It's the same thing when you see guys who may go get on steroids and start being all big and want to walk around like they GQ. The women are saying, hey, he looks like he's been hurt. He's trying to cover it up in order to look confident. That's what the women are doing whenever they're piling the makeup on. But you still have hurt people. You have to turn around and clear out your past. So as you grow and become pretty or become more prosperous as a man, you know how to handle it better. I've met so many guys who are millionaires and they're still traumatized by their past, and it's leaking into their personal life and into their personal relationships. All right. Hopefully you guys got the message behind that. Let's get